Welcome back to Cooking Index to Appendix. You're with Chris Dobbs and we're cooking out of the book Wings Across America. Today we're on recipe number 14. I'm very excited. It's what I would classify as the first full wing meal recipe. The reason being is that it's a gumbo wing. So for those of you that don't really know what a gumbo is, traditionally it tends to be a soupy, stewy type of dish. I'll get into that a little bit more, but let's dive right in and have a look at these beautiful ingredients. So we've got a lot of fresh ingredients today. We've got some celery, some onion, and some green capsicum or green bell pepper. On the spices side of things, we've got ground black pepper, cayenne pepper, allspice, thyme, salt. We've then got some chicken stock, Frank's hot sauce. Today with the Frank's hot sauce, we're only going to be adding if we want extra temperature, so it's optional. We've got diced tinned tomatoes, we've got corn. The recipe calls for just straight corn, not sweetened corn, so just go for the regular one. We've also then got some minced beef, and in this bowl here we've got the chicken wings, and I've cheated a little bit. I've already browned and cooked the chicken wings. It's gone for about 10 minutes. I've then added a whole lot of diced bacon and I've crisped that up, and once that's done you just take it out and keep it on a bowl on the side. So now that we know what the ingredients are, I want to dive straight in. So we're going to head over to the pot here. And the first thing you'll notice is we've got some beautiful oils in there. Now all of that juice and all of that sort of like fattiness that looks so lovely on the bottom of that pan has actually come from the chicken and the bacon. So when you take the chicken and bacon out, try and use a spoon like that. That's pretty much going to allow all the oil and everything to stay in there. So we're heating up that pan. Now we're going to add our first three ingredients. Now when it comes to, that's the celery going in there. We've got the onion as well. We're basically just going to cook these for 2 or 3 minutes until it all sort of softens out. Now the bell peppers go in there as well. And when it comes to gumbo, now I don't pretend to be a professional or anything like that, but you know, like with most of the chicken wing recipes that I've done, I like to do my little bit of research. So gumbo actually comes from South Louisiana originally, and traditionally there's two strains of gumbo. You get Creole gumbo and you get Cajun gumbo. Now when it comes to these three ingredients that I've just added here, when you're looking at Cajun gumbo, this is considered the holy trinity of ingredients, and that's your bell pepper, onion and celery. Now I love the way that they say that. The main reason being is that these flavors are the base of pretty much most stews and soups that you're ever going to make in your life. They really make that flavor come through, and once you add the beef, you're really going to understand why this holy trinity is what you're going to start off with. So I'm going to cook these for about 2 to 3 minutes till they get cool. I'm then going to add the beef, and I'm going to bring you back when that beef's sort of half done. So we see you in a bit. Welcome back. So we've got everything in here now. I've added the ground beef to the Holy Trinity mixture that I softened earlier, and we've basically just browned this for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we've got these really lovely juicy onions and celery, and that aroma coming off is just, oh, it's amazing. It's really good. So basically, just to give you a quick little rundown of you know, gumbo and where it sort of possibly comes from in terms of where this dish originates, is pretty tricky. The Creole gumbo tends to be very seafood based. This one obviously doesn't have any seafood in it, but what it does have is it has tomato base, and Creole tends to have like a thickened tomato-y type of base, so it could be that. This one also doesn't seem to be a very spicy one, and Creole gumbos tend not to be as spicy as the Cajun one, so there's definitely a few pointers that's leaning towards that. However, to make things a little bit more confusing, when we look at gumbo from the Cajun side of things, they tend to have a lot more meat, especially from western Louisiana, I think it is. They tend to cook with fowl, they tend to cook with beef, so it's a little bit difficult to know exactly where this recipe originated from, but I'm guessing it's a little bit of a homemade one. I like it so far. I like the way they're going with it, and we're going to have to taste it, and we're really going to have to see and make our mind up. So if you're a big gumbo man, please leave a comment, let me know, and let's figure this out together. So, enough talking, let's get back to the dish at hand. I'm really happy with this mixture so far. So, oopsie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add that beautiful chicken and bacon that I browned earlier. Just going to add that in there. See, still a little bit of those oils, just gorgeous. That's excellent. So I don't want to lose any of this juice. You know, that's really just going to give it that awesome kick later on. So give that a real big stir. Ugh, it's starting to look serious now. So you can see what I mean by it's a proper meal, this one. It's not just your finger licking wings that you're used to having in the pub. This is, you know, serious ammunition for a Sunday night feed. We're probably just going to cook it up with a little bit of rice. So we've got that in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding all my herbs, and that's the salt, thyme, allspice, cayenne pepper, and ground black pepper. So that's in there. Give that another stir. Oh, smell that. Wow, 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 wow. That's what I'm talking about. I'm starting to get excited. You can probably see I'm rushing around this pan like a crazy man. So we're going to add the stock. Now my advice on this one would be to sort of adjust. You might want to add a little bit more stock, maybe a little bit of water. When I cook with tomatoes, I tend to rinse my tomato tin with a little bit of water. I like quite a juicy dish when I'm cooking stews and soups, so sort of make your own call on this one. What I'd recommend is maybe adding as you go. Don't go too heavy in the beginning because you could be sitting simmering for, you know, days on end. Having said that, this is another one that's quite interesting, and I guess all the gumbo lovers out there are probably going to point this out. This is traditionally a dish that cooks for the whole day. We obviously cooking the dish in about 40 minutes to an hour. So we're probably not going to find that the flavors are probably not going to be as deep, as rich, and as dark as they would be if, say, Grandmama Joe cooked it for you. But I still think we're going to have something awesome here. I'm going to come back in about 20 minutes time. We're going to add that corn. We're going to taste for spice. And then I'm just going to take a fat spoon and chuck it in my mouth, and we're going to see where we go. See you then. Welcome back. So I've already plated up. These wings and this gumbo has been cooking for about 20 to 30 minutes now. It's looking unbelievable. I've served it on a bed of rice. I guess you could just eat it straight out the pot. It smells that good. So what I'm going to do first, it just seems really strange eating with a spoon when we talking everything in wings. But I'm just going to taste this quickly. Wow, that's delicious. That really, really is delicious. You're not going to hear me say this kind of thing too often, but I could take these wings and throw them out and just eat the mince and the rest of this veg. But I'm not stupid, so I am going to eat the wings. Let's give these bad boys a quick tasting. Wow, very, very tender. Beautiful. It's really nice. You can feel that beef and bacon flavor just coming through, and it really adds a delicious, juicy flavor to these awesome wings. So we're going to see you next time. Read the review below and find out how we rate these bad boys. Bye.